Definitely one of the things that I wish I would have known earlier when I was growing up is to be comfortable with my truth and not modify it to make others feel comfortable just because they haven't found their own ways of expression. Because I find that we live in a world where people try to limit you according to their own preferences and according to their own experiences as well. And so if they aren't used to your way of being, which is absolutely beautiful that we're all so different, then they start to criticize that which they don't understand. And if you don't have a backbone, or you haven't necessarily been taught to stand your ground and your space, you start to step back and you start to want to accommodate those that have unfortunately not found themselves. So what one could do, it is to simply acknowledge it for what it is, which is people cannot necessarily take you where they haven't been, and they don't have to understand you. At times, to go where God wants you to go, you have to be willing to be alone, because it doesn't necessarily make sense. And God doesn't have to explain to your friends and your family and whoever thinks knows you where He's taking you, because He is your porter, He is your creator, and you have to be comfortable in trusting Him even when it doesn't make sense. That means you hold on to that dream, to that truth, until you see it come to pass. And only when it has come to pass, or only then, others will and might understand. You see, it would be better if people would understand your journey, but maybe you also don't really want them to necessarily just support you. Perhaps there's a stretch that happens when people doubt you and people think not you. There's something within you that takes place usually when you trust the Lord, and that thing has to come out and it has to rise. But it will not rise and it will not come out if it's not challenged. So I really trust and know that the challenges that we go through life, it really is for our benefit, because according to the Bible, the Lord will not permit you to go through anything that is above your way of handling, or that you will not be able to handle. So if God allows you to go through a challenge, He knows you're going to handle it, especially when you trust Him and don't try to do it your own way. Okay?